Survive and Kill the Killers in Area 51. I'm pretty sure this game doesn't need an introduction at this point. I've been playing this Roblox game for around 7 years, and I'm sure if you ask the average Roblox player, they might assume that Sanctic is just one of those simple cash grab Area 51 games. And my goodness, if that is you, you couldn't be more wrong. And even though some of you in the audience right now might be thinking that you know everything there is to know about Sanctic, every killer, every weapon, every location, heck, every single mechanic in the game, well, that's why you might want to rethink your logic. So that's where this video comes in. Welcome to the official completed definitive Sanctic iceberg, made by me with the help of several community members. And if you don't know what an iceberg is, or you've been living under a rock, then sucks to be you, I'm not explaining it. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Basically what icebergs are is that they're a list of information about a particular topic. This one being the Roblox game Survive and Kill the Killers in Area 51. The top of the iceberg has general, well-known, common knowledge stuff, you know, things that probably everyone and their mum would know by now, but as the iceberg descends downward, the information gets more rare and less known. And yes, I am aware that I did make another Sanctic iceberg once, like 2 years ago, but not only is that video horribly outdated, but most of the entries on it were just straight up garbage and just jokes that just made the iceberg not fun to commentate on at all. Like, Call of Duty Zombies copied Sanctic. Yeah, sure. But this iceberg is different. Everything on this list is 100% real, or at least has some element of truth to it. So no stupid entries or anything like that. Also, I will be talking about some things that were in the original video anyway, to say have some snacks ready, but for now, let's all take a deep dive into the ultimate, definitive, and hopefully last Sanctic iceberg. Mafia 1 is the lead developer and creator of Survive and Kill the Killers in Area 51, and while Sanctic is certainly his biggest Roblox game by far, he has worked on some other projects in the past, such as Humans vs. Zombies, and he's been on Roblox since 2014, and he's been developing for the platform ever since. But yeah, if you've already, then maybe this iceberg isn't for you. Although not too much to know about the guy. Sanctic that was replaced with the landmine game pass into what the item did is that when you you're invincible from damage and allowed you to kill any killer instantly for 30 seconds. Pretty broken. Maybe you can see now why it was removed. Of course, when this change happened, a lot of Sanctic players got incredibly upset over this, and they're still going to this day, begging the developers to give them a refund for the item that they originally paid for on the infamous brain-dead Home Mafia 1's group war. Like, imagine this multi-star was still in Sanctic today. Kill mode would be even more unplayable than it already is. I mean, you could just use the star, kill everyone at spawn, reset, use the star, kill everyone at spawn, reset. It just would not be fun at all. Also, it's possible the item was removed due to, of course, the star itself being a direct copy of the Mario star owned by Nintendo, and we all know how nicely Nintendo treats people using their property on Roblox. But regardless, the invincibility star will for now go down in history as probably the most infamous, removed, and overpowered Sanctic item. Underground base. A lot of people know this fact already, but I'll quickly skim over this one if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, the original Area 51 map was not actually created by Home Mafia 1. No, it was made by this guy, Icy Fresh, and the map's true name is actually Underground Base, not Area 51. The map itself has been stolen and copied so many times at this point, much like many other Roblox horror games, which explains why there are dozens of the exact same map. This is actually how Sanctic came into existence. But no, in short, Sanctic is not the first Area 51 game. Far from it, actually. Sanctic test servers. Sanctic test servers are a direct copy of the main Sanctic game published on Home Mafia 1's group. Like the name implies, the game is mainly used for testing upcoming updates, new features, and other things of that nature. Now this entry is dedicated to all of the people in my comment section. Most notably the people who come to my videos, see a Sanctic update, assume it's in the main game, go to the place in the main game, the update's not there, and then call me a hacker and dislike and unsub. When it's just in the Sanctic test services. It's not in the main game. Just read the description, do your research. Currently, at the time of recording this video, sector test servers haven't updated in a very long time, but if you want to go check them out for any updates they might have, I'll leave the link to the game page in the description. The Dying Noob. This refers to the name of the dead person that sits in front of Slenderman's cage in all of the modes besides storming. Nicknamed the Dying Noob by the community, they don't do anything besides utter the words "do not open the door." And in fact, the Dying Noob is believed to be the leader from storming. Well, I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious. Although the Dying Noob didn't always look like this, in order MG42. Definitely one of the most popular games. MG42 is pretty much essential for anyone who wants to play this game competitively or seriously. When you buy this game pass, you'll get the exclusive MG42 weapon whenever you're doing classic, killer, or storming mode. You can even find it around the map in Juggernaut, or even buy it in Slenderman's Cage in Endless Survival mode. But yeah, it's only 30 Robux, definitely worth it. And I say it's only really beaten out in closest value by the energy drink game pass. For the following reasons. 100% the most popular and most talented game pass of all time. If you have the Robux to spend and are playing Sectic at all without this item, then just what are you doing? But yeah, I think we all know how this item over here works. When you take a sip of it, you regain 75% of your HP, you get the drip. However, it's worth noting that in Juggernaut you only get 2 sips compared to the usual 4 in all of the other modes, but it's still an insanely powerful item. And if you're thinking of buying or spending any money in this game at all, this is the game pass to go for. I mean, it costs the same amount of Robux as the landmine. I mean, come on, what would you buy, honestly? Papers. Papers are items that you can find around the map in both classic and kill mode. They don't offer much content or value in-game, and only purely exist to add to the lore and backstory of Area 51. The stuff written on the papers ranges from everything from survivors' tips to lore about certain killers, and there are 13 in total to collect. If you want, I'll leave a wiki page in the description that lists them all and where to find them. I have to say, for someone that doesn't play classic mode that often, some are a fun read, although others are rather boring. Obtaining the crossbow. As most of you hopefully know by now, to get most of the guns within the Sectic mode, you have to look for them around the map. Unless you have the VIP game pass, of course, in which it gives you all of the guns pretty much immediately within classic and killer mode. However, there is one weapon that works a bit differently to the rest, and isn't even included in the VIP game pass bundle, and that weapon is the crossbow. The crossbow is unique in that you have to complete the kill house parkour in under 45 seconds in order to be able to receive it in each of the modes. But it doesn't really matter anyway because the crossbow sucks. It's like the worst weapon in the game. I mean, there's like 12 arrows that you can use, and then bam boom, you're done. You have to go back to an ammo box, and the arrows take resume you. Not sure why you wouldn't use those, but you know, game passes, I guess you could use the crossbow. It's definitely very strange. You can't even get the crossbow with either Juggernaut or Endless Survival after Mystery Box if you don't meet the requirements to obtain it. Kind of like finding the MG42 if you don't have the game pass. I mean, it's not like the parkour is hard or anything, it's just strange. And I guess it does give you a reason to play Kill House mode. Atomic Bomb. By far one of the most well-known locations within Sector. The atomic bomb is found in the radioactive area in all of the modes, and if you go up to it in either classic or killer mode, it gives you a free badge. Although nobody really knows why there's an atomic bomb in Area 51. One of the Sectic menu screen's most defining features is the music that plays in the background. And if you sit there and listen to it for long enough, you realize that it isn't just one song on a loop, but 3. And you can even arrange which music track to play in what order to your liking. One of the songs is a remix of Winds of the Jewels, a well-known classic Roblox song, while the other 2 are Lunatic and Scent of the Night, composed by the artist Mayu. I think that's how you say it. Although it's worth noting that Mayu is not rather than borrowed instead. Fun fact, actually, these 3 songs were decided by the community in a forum known as Sector Discord by the Marvel itself. So technically, whenever you want to Sector, you'll listen to music that the community likes, or the community decided on. So that's pretty cool. However, there is a 4th music track within the game, titled Strolling Around. Also find the obtainable today. Sactic versus Sectakia 51. The debate over the true way to pronounce this game title has been the cause of several arguments within the Sactic community in the past. See there, I just did it again. Some people, like me, prefer Sactic. It's short and easy to say. Although some people will instead use Sectakia 51, which, it's fine. I use it in my video titles after all. This is something that I believe you can really make up your own mind on. One of the loading screens mentions that both are valid, and since the loading screens were written by Homer himself, then yeah, this mystery's been solved. Silent Killer now. The Silent Killer badge is one of the hardest, if not the most challenging badge to obtain in Sactic. To get it, you need to win a round as the Juggernaut with 12 people in the lobby, and to be on full health once the round ends. It's certainly not easy. The now part refers to the fact that in older versions of the game, you literally could not take any damage at all, even if you healed all your HP back up, as, well, whenever a Juggernaut kills a player, they regain 20 HP, of course. I'm very glad this was changed, that now you just have to be on full health once you win. You can still take damage. It made getting Silent Killer actually possible due to how good the player base has gone in Juggernaut over the years. Compared to back then, where nobody really used shift lock, the gun locations were like ball spots, and nobody really knew what they were doing. The good old days of Juggernaut, am I right? Killer Case Files. One of the few collection elements within Sactic. The Killer Case Files are items that are rarely dropped by kills within classic modes with an estimated 5% chance. The case files themselves don't do anything besides providing facts about the said killer, the amount of times you killed them, as well as their origin and background. Interestingly though, there are some case files that work a bit differently, such as bosses for example. Bosses always drop their case file on a 100% chance. Well, except that John Dobby, but he's not really a boss, is he? He's just a big guy. He's not a boss. Or even Jane the Killer's case file, which she drops herself whenever she kills Jeff the Killer, since of course weapons do not effectively harm Jane, so it makes sense why this is the case. Get it? Case files? Yeah, whatever, let's just move on. Call of Duty Zombies references.